Hello everybody and welcome back. I am the Pumpkin King, and in today's episode we're going to be continuing our playthrough of Jurassic World Evolution. In the previous episode we completed all of the missions on Isla Matenceros, and we also got the island up to 3 stars, allowing us to move to the next island, Isla Muerta. That's actually a pretty good picture, all things considered. Let's get out of here. I feel like I did. I got a picture of a snarling ceratosaur. That's pretty good.
Warning. Ranger vehicle.
It's not under attack. I got headbutted by a goat. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and hand over the controls. Snag these. We'll start getting the Dinosaurs underway here. Sell the Coprolite. Get another one going for Dinosaurs. Just this. Plangosaurus, okay. Alright. We can put the Dinosaurus in with the Triceratops. We can put a Plangosaurus down around in Mia. In this area, and we'll have the the Dracorex over here, and then we'll work our way around. I'd like to try and keep this whole area off the public radar, so all this back here, but I can probably have like a monorail station over in this area, and we'll run the monorail around to the different key parts of the island. But we're not at that state yet. We still have a ways to go before we worry about monorails.
Dinosaurs has failed to
I see
incubate. That. I never said bringing back dinosaurs was going to be easy.
It's my fault. I forgot to put the upgrades on it. The good news is I have the money to be able to eat this. I was very poor earlier, but getting a lot better about having the money now that we have some dinosaurs in the park. Yeah, that and that. And we're going to start hoarding some of these. We're going to start hoarding the extra stuff.
This latest contract is a little unexpected.
Facility rating of 5 stars.
But I'm sure
no.
You'll rise to the challenge.
No, I'm not doing that because I don't have a facility rating of 5 stars yet, and I'm not likely to get one. You know what? Let's go ahead and build the Dracorex enclosure. I'm going to move this substation. Release these 2 Dracorex. Did you guys know that for a while Dracorex was considered an immature Pachycephalosaurus? I wonder if Cap's going to say anything. Yes.
All hail the Dragon King, the Dracorex. Sounds so intimidating, but it's just a plant eater. However, just in case they do rule the Earth again, don't tell them I said that.
Actually, its full name is even better. It's Dracorex hogwartsi, which means the Dragon King of Hogwarts, which is awesome. It's good to know that paleontologists are nerds. One would expect nothing less.
Adding to the list.
Oh. We got 1. And 2. Very nice.
Transportation underway.
Setting additional task.
Here we go. Get some research done. There's the electrified fence. We didn't get it until just now. Well, what we can do, if we do that, we can just replace this with electrified fence, and then we won't need to run this ugly-ass pylons around the back here, ruining everyone's view. Which I'm very much okay with. Let's get range team to deal with the sick dino.
Acknowledged.
We'll start transporting these guys. Here.
En route to pick up the asset.
Social requirements 2 to 8. Yes, good.
Water is essential, and your dinosaurs require plenty of it. Why are you not providing for their
Claire,
needs?
it's standing in water right now. It's thirsty because it was unconscious. Okay, once we get our Dracorex in there, we should be all G2G. And then we'll head over to the next island, which would be Isla Muerta. Off camera, I'll come through and I'll do a bit more decorating around in here. And we will be coming back to Matenceros as we go along so that we can add stuff to the island. We're going to get all of them to 5 stars, but I'm not worried about doing it all at once. I did that on my original playthrough, and I was on Matenceros for hours. And I'd like to try to move along, just because Jurassic World Evolution 2 comes out in less than 2 months. So I really want to get this content at least filmed before it comes out. That would be great, because I would love to be relevant for the first time and forever. Alright. All the Dracorex are in. You're thirsty because you haven't drunk yet because you've been unconscious. But the rest of you should be okay.
Take this contract.
Apply
It's a
ranger
good
team
one for
scheduling
both
to
of us.
ranger station. Okay. I like easy contracts.
I'm marking that contract as closed. Great job.
Done and done. Alright. Electrified fence. We can now switch this out for the regular steel fence. Now I won't have to run those pylons around, which would be nice. Comfort set 100%. Everybody's happy. Everything is great. And we can get rid of those pylons, and then we can head on over to Isla Muerta. I'd like to get at least one more expedition out. Really fill up all of those possible fossils. To the island of death! Haha! Let's go! Isla Muerta. I'm going to be trying to move as quickly through the islands as possible.
As if prehistoric creatures weren't enough to contend with, on this next island, Isla Muerta, you may have some meteorological events. You know, storms, extreme weather, that kind of thing from time to time.
All right, let us drive
As you can
real
see,
quick.
the weather on this island can be a little
We
temperamental.
gotta fix everything.
First thing you're going to want to do is fix any damage this storm has caused. You should use a ranger team to get the park operational again. Oh, and don't forget to close any emergency shelters when it's safe to do so. Guests won't spend their hard-earned dollars huddled in a bunker underground, will they?
That must have been quite the storm. And it seems that bad weather is often a precursor to bad behavior from the dinosaurs. If you believe that everything is connected, the so-called butterfly effect, and I do believe it, by the way, then one small change is all it takes to create a series of toppling dominoes leading to rampaging dinosaurs. And they don't make a butterfly net big enough to stop them.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the dangerous weather conditions, seek secure shelter until the conditions
Okay, I think that's everything. Take a look here. We've got 2 Hammond Creation Labs. We only need 1. I'm straight up rejecting this, the setup that they have here. Straight up rejecting it. What I am going to do, I reckon, is I will open up the shelters. There we go, close that. We're going to get Ceratosaurus started over here. And we're going to get some Struthiomimus started over here. And I'm going to incrementally feed the Struthiomimus to the Ceratosaurus. Why am I doing this? Ceratosaurus is your best bet on Islamuerta and on a lot of the other islands because it is completely unfazed by storms and also has a 55% happiness, meaning that when the storms happen, not if, when they happen, it doesn't get freaked out. It's kind of chill, just hangs out, enjoys life. So we are going to be feeding these Struthies incrementally to the Ceratosaurus. Now, why are we doing that? That seems really expensive, right? Well, I hear you, and I agree. But the thing is, you see, when a carnivorous dinosaur eats another dinosaur, it gets all of the rating of the other dinosaur. Or half of the rating, rather. So if we're feeding it Struthiomimus with a rating of 8, which this have a rating of 9, if we feed it a Struthiomimus with a rating of 9, then it's getting a +4 to its rating. This means that as you feed it Struthiomimus, you can actually get it to have higher and higher ratings. I'll feed it a Montosaurus too. And pretty much what we're going to do is as we progress around here on Isla Muerta, we are going to keep a strong eye on the lifespan of these dinosaurs. And as they approach the end of their lives, we're just going to feed them to the Ceratosaur. Now that does seem kind of cruel, but the good news about it is that the Ceratosaurus is going to be getting a really good rating as a result. Now let's zoom out and take a look at the island and see what we can fix here. I don't want to do too much in the way of renovation up front, because as you can see, we don't have a whole lot of money. But the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get a fossil center and an expedition center and all the rest of that stuff in. And I reckon what we're going to want to do, I think we're going to want to try and put them in over here near the ranger station, if we can. So let's go ahead and see about putting some of that stuff in. We want to do the fossil center first before we do anything else, because remember we have that backlog of fossils, which is going to be helping us with the cost of living out here on Islamuerta. One thing that I found out, and I am so happy that I did, is that you can actually have fossils transfer from one island to another. And this is really helpful when you start a new island because it means that you can not only get some extra money coming in, which you need in the early game, especially on Isla Muerta and Pena, but also it means that you can have access to the fossils that you harvested on other islands, so you can send out expedition teams on the other islands and then just pick up the fossils on the island that you want. So we're going to be pretty consistently going back to Isla Muerta, Matenceros rather, to send out dig teams. Save ourselves some money. So we'll release these Struthies right now. No power. What's our power station? Gonna go ahead and increase the output and the outage protection. On Muerta, you want to make sure that you have outage protection because the power goes out a lot. We'll release the Ceratosaurus. It's like this. Now, we gotta get some feeders in there. So, plop down a feeder for the Struthies, and we'll plop down a goat feeder for the Ceratosaur. I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment here. We're all about science, entertainment, and safety. Speaking of which, let's get a contract going.
I'm always looking for ways to improve
Use
security
range team
around
to
here.
take photographs of the dinosaur feeding from
help
feeder.
with that very
Done.
thing.
And we'll get another contract from Lambert while we're about it. Expedition Center
Now, this
to unearth
contract is
2
perfect
carnivore
for improving
fossils.
the security
Also done.
division. I'd be disappointed if you reject it.
So we got our Ceratosaur. Let's take a look at its rating. It's currently rated at 108, which is pretty darn good. Authenticity plus 34%, modifications plus 6. We can throw some scenery in and we'll improve that even more, which we are going to definitely do. Take a look at it now. Yeah, see, just by adding scenery, we've already raised its rating by 4. Alright, cool. Now I want to see if this goes up from it killing goats. I don't know if goats count towards its combat rating or not. I don't think they do, but it's a little bit of science. You gonna kill a goat? You gonna go kill a goat? Eh? Eh? No? Okay. Alright, let's get some guest facilities in real quick so that we can actually start making some money off of these guys. Alright, we need to have gift shop. And we need a fast food. Which, can I fit it in there? It'd be great if I could. I can't. Well, I could probably put an emergency bunker in there or a bathroom. I could put a bathroom. And that ought to help us not only with the facility rating, but it also ought to start getting us some money, which we badly need. Let's get another dinosaur before we run out of money here. We can do... Let's do a Montezor. Since I'm going to be feeding them ultimately to the Ceratosaur, doesn't really matter very much. Where's power? Is we out of it, or is that just not? No, it's in the range. So yeah, we need more power output. Okay, need more power. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the research center since I don't need it. deactivate the research center. All right, fossil center. There we go. Okay. Sounds good. And I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed that episode, go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe for more Jurassic World content every week. But until next time, I am the Pumpkin King, and I will see you next time.